This is another very concerning budget, as we've had over the past 6 years now of one-party control in New York, increasing spending by over $74 billion. That $74 billion is larger than the entire budgets of 37 states in this country. Now, certainly there's a lot smaller states than New York, without a doubt. But there's two larger states than New York, Florida and Texas, and combined, New York State budgets spend more than them together. There's a larger state, California, twice as many people as New York. Yet these budgets that are being passed in recent years are outspending California per capita at a rate of 1.5 times. This is not sustainable. It's certainly not helping the affordability issues that we have in this state, which has caused an exodus of tax-paying New Yorkers to other states. Comptroller DiNapoli, along with the Business Council President Heather Bichetti, did an op-ed this Monday, I'm sure we've all seen it, about the real loss in population, and that the population loss is directly affecting the tax base. That's tax revenues that side of the room loves to throw around. And we're impeding that by these policies and people leaving New York. New York has lagged every other state coming out of COVID in getting jobs back. We've had a decrease in manufacturing jobs in this state since before COVID. And we're continuing to lose manufacturing jobs. We read about it almost weekly of New York companies in manufacturing when they're making the decision to streamline or downsize or whatever, and they're multi-state operations, they're choosing to shutter up in New York and do their operations in another state. Corning Incorporated, in the district I represent, I believe it's the only Fortune 500 company with its headquarters in upstate New York. They just shut down, they've laid off hundreds of people in the last 2 years. Fewer and fewer people working in their world headquarters based in upstate New York. They just shut down a manufacturing line with over 100 jobs, moving that to another state. They just announced investment in a new plant in solar energy manufacturing for panels, a $900 million investment in the state of Michigan. About 1,000 jobs, I think, there that aren't coming to New York. Corning Incorporated, for the last couple of years now, has more employees in the state of North Carolina than they do in New York State. And it's a growing trend, and we're seeing it from other businesses around the state. Probably equally concerning to the budgets in this state that we're concerned about in this room is the loss of financial industry jobs. The income and revenue generated from the financial industry is over 25% of state revenues. We've been losing those jobs to other states in recent years, and now the state of Texas has more financial industry jobs than we do in New York State. I'd like somebody to explain how we're going to get those jobs back at some point. This is a trend that is crushing New York State, and it's going to crush the budgets of this state, and it's going to crush the programs that the majorities in this House love to spend on. It's short-sighted, it's not responsible, and it doesn't bode well for the future of New York State. We need to change this trend. We need to be encouraging job growth. We need a strong manufacturing sector, and we need to save the financial industry in New York State. It's a recipe for disaster that we're headed on right now. Thank you.